Hi guys. So in writing, we are talking about fact and opinion. Yesterday we talked about the difference between a fact and an opinion. So a fact is something that does not change, right? It's something we get from a book, we look online, and we know it's true. We can prove it, we can measure it, we can see it, we can look it up, we can research it. It's a fact, it doesn't change. An opinion does change, right? It's your thoughts, it's your feelings, they might change. So, we are going to be writing soon an opinion paper. So it's going to be about your thoughts or your feelings about something, and they could change. But to get you kind of thinking about our first writing assignment in opinion writing, I'm going to read you a book where a character had a pretty strong opinion about something they really wanted. They felt like they needed this, in fact. It wasn't a fact that they needed it. It was a thought and a feeling. And this kid goes through in the book and tries to convince somebody why they need something. Okay, so listen to the story first. This book is called I Wanna Iguana. So he really wants an iguana. I want an iguana. That's kind of fun to say. So it's written kind of like letters back and forth. Dear Mom, I know you don't think I should have Mikey Gulligan's baby iguana when he moves, but here's why I should. If I don't take it, he goes to Stinky, and Stinky's dog, Lurch, will eat it. You don't want that to happen, do you? Signed, your sensitive son, Alex. Okay, so he really wants an iguana, and if he doesn't get it, this kid named Stinky's going to get it, and his dog might eat it, so that's not good. Okay, so this is Mom writing back. Dear Alex, I'm glad you're so compassionate, but I doubt that Stinky's mother will let Lurch get into the iguana's cage. Nice try, though. Love, Mom. So she doesn't think that they would let that happen. Dear Mom, did you know that iguanas are really quiet and they're cute too? I think they are much cuter than hamsters. Love, your adorable son. See? So he's trying to convince Mom because he thinks that they're super cute. He even drew a picture to prove it. Mom writes back, Dear Alex, tarantulas are quiet too, but I wouldn't want one as a pet. By the way, that iguana of Mikey's is uglier than Godzilla. Just thought I'd mention it. Love, Mom. Okay, so she has a totally different opinion, doesn't she? She thinks the iguana is ugly, and he thinks the iguana is cute. So they disagree, don't they? Different opinions. Dear Mom, I would never even have to see, or you would never even have to see the iguana. I'd keep his cage in my room on the dresser next to my soccer trophies. Plus, he's so small, I bet you'll never even know he's there. Love and a zillion and one kisses, Alex. Dear Alex, iguanas can grow to be over 6 feet long. You won't have enough space in your whole room, much less on your dresser, with or without your trophies. Love, Mom. Dear Mom, it takes 15 years for an iguana to get that big. Mikey told me I'll be married by then and probably be living in my own house. Love, your smart and mature kid, Alex. Dear Alex, how are you going to get a girl to marry you when you own a 6-foot-long reptile? Love, your concerned mother. Dear Mom, forget the girl. I need a new friend now. This iguana can be the brother I've always wanted. Love, your lonely child, Alex. Dear Alex, you have a brother. Love, Mom. He has a brother. That's funny. Dear Mom, I know I have a brother, but he's just a baby. What fun is that? If I had an iguana, I could teach it tricks and things. Ethan doesn't do tricks. He just burps and poops. Love, grossed out, Alex. Dear Alex, how do you know, or how do I know you're ready for a pet? Remember what happened when you took home the class fish? Love, Mom. I'm looking at this. I can't really tell what happened to the class fish, but I don't see it in there anymore, so that's not a very good sign. Dear Mom, if I knew the fish was going to jump into the spaghetti sauce, I never would have taken the cover off the jar. Oops, that's what happened to the fish. Love, your son who has learned his lesson. P.S. Iguanas don't like spaghetti. Dear Alex, let's say I let you have the iguana on a trial basis. What exactly would you do to take care of it? Love, Mom. Dear Mom, I would feed him every day. He eats lettuce, and I would make sure he had enough water. And I would clean his cage when it got messy. Love, responsible Alex. P.S. What's a trial basis? Alex, dear Alex, a trial basis means Dad and I see how well you take care of him for a week or two before we decide if you can have him forever. Remember, Stinky and Lurch are waiting. Love, Mom. P.S. If you clean his cage as well as you clean your room, you're in trouble. Dear Mom, I'll really try to clean my room and the iguana's cage. Also, listen to this. I'll pay for the lettuce with my allowance. I mean, how much can one baby iguana eat anyway? Love, Alex, the financial wizard. Are you sure you want to do this, Alex? Yes, Mom. I want an iguana, please. Dear Alex, look on your dresser. Love, Mom. Look. Yes! Thank you, thank you! Okay, so in this book, Alex really, right? His name was Alex, wanted an iguana. That was what he wanted. And he ended up convincing his mom to get it for him, didn't he? Well, today we are going to brainstorm things I want. So I made it in a cloud, and these are supposed to be little lightning bolts. And the lightning bolts are like ideas that are coming out of our brain of things that we want, okay? And since Halloween is over, you guys have probably already started to think about Christmas and things you want for Christmas, but it could also be bigger, okay? So I'm gonna brainstorm on my chart things that I want, and you're going to brainstorm at home about things that you want and send them to me in Seesaw, okay? You could keep track of these things also. So I probably will try to send home a paper for you to write on, or you can draw something like this, because you might want to look back at it when we do more than one story. Like I'm going to keep this, and I'll keep looking back at this for more ideas. Okay, so I'm thinking right now of some things that I want, that I could maybe write about in an opinion paper and try to convince somebody to get for me, okay? So let's see. And I'm a grown-up, so I might want different things than you. Things that I want. I want a new SUV. So that is like a big car, right? Some of you guys, it's not a minivan, but it's a big car. It's kind of a truck. It's an SUV. So Miss Kimmel has a little car right now, but I want a big one, okay? Because I bought my little one when I had to drive a long way, but I don't have to drive very far, so I'm ready for a big one. So I pull my camper and put my dog in it. So I want a new SUV. So that's one of my first brainstorms. Let's see, what else do I want? I want to go on a trip to Florida. Things I want. A vacation to Florida. There's lots that I want to do there, but I want that, okay? Another thing that I want, this is a very grown-up thing and a silly thing, but it's what I want. I want a new buffet, which is kind of like a table in my dining room, okay? So I have the table, but I need the buffet. I guess it's more like a shelf, Okay, so I want a buffet. 2 T's, 1 T. I think I'm gonna go with 1. Buffet in my dining room. Let's see. Other things that I want. Oh, here's a good one. I want my kids to pick up their rooms. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to maybe put some circles around these so I can tell that they're all different. I want a new SUV, a vacation to Florida, a new buffet in my dining room. I want, do you see how some of these things are not actual things? They're just, it's what I want. It might be what I want other people to do. Like this is a thing. This is something to do. This is a thing. And my next thing is something I want somebody else to do. But it's still things that I want, right? So that's okay. I want my kids to clean their room. There's another brainstorm. I just got another idea. Another thing I really want. I want the virus to go away. So I'm going to write that. I'm going to say things I want the virus to go away. You know, another thing I might really like to have? A maid. That's somebody that cleans my house for me. So I'm going to write that down here. I would really like a maid. So not only am I going to get the kids to clean up, I'm going to get somebody else to clean up everything. That sounds like a win-win. Well, I'm kind of out of space, and I've got some pretty good ideas. So I'm going to stop. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ideas. Let's say you come up with at least 3 ideas. But if you can do more, that's awesome. Because sometimes the more ideas you have, the better they get. All right? Have a brainstorm, okay? Even talk to your parents maybe a little bit. Or just think, what do you want? Is it a toy? Is it a thing? Is it something to go do? Is it something to eat? Is it something you want somebody else to do? Okay, or something to change? What do you want? Okay, brainstorm these things, but keep it somewhere. If you just put it on Seesaw, that's fine, but you also need to write it on paper so that you have it, because we're gonna go back and pull from this. Like this might be one of my stories, and later on, a couple weeks later, this might be my next story, and this might be another story, okay? So don't lose it. All right.